say I done stole a bike. Okay? So if you guys think I'm just whining and bitching all the time unnecessarily, when everything hit the fan, you're not going to be able to say that I did not come down here and do the profit shit I was sent down here to do. I'm showing you where you're going. That's all. That's all. And I'm not getting paid for it, and it takes a lot of time for me. I wish I could be laying my ass down right now, reading or looking at a movie. Well, I am reading, but I'm sharing it with you. And I mean, I don't mind that. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, right now, my energy level is really not up to doing this, but I have to do it because Spirit is making me do it. So, I mean, for the ones who understand what I'm doing and you're enjoying it, good. I'm really glad that it's helping, all right? Okay, the need for single moms. This brings us to our subject matter and warning here in the U.S. Single moms are needed. This is why they are produced. The United States has never functioned without a steady diet of slaves. And that's exactly what it is. De facto citizens and other chattel commercial properties collectively called straw man. From the niggas, blacks, and colored production, single moms are a necessity for population control and stability for the nationless enterprise. By the sale of their certificates of live birth to certificates of death, the female can and will produce neonates for the European open markets without all the government concerns of license, husbands, family stabilities, and other employment support systems. Free enterprise is founded upon the theory of supply and demand. The success of supply and demand rests upon creating a marketable product for a needed era and then sell the value of that product for a profit. Through single moms, the production of generation of property are controlled. Girls are raised to enhance future single moms. See, listen what they mean. Girls are raised to enhance future single moms. Now, when you see a mother putting a short ass miniskirt on her daughter, when her daughter is a little baby, okay, or then she put the tights on, put some shorts on her baby, and those shorts are so short, so tight on the little baby ass, just like she put them tight on her own ass. See, that's what they mean. So right away, she making that baby grow up to be the same hoochie mama that she is, you know? Okay, and then the males feed the agency of law enforcement, religion, and bull markets of Wall Street prison system. Now, here they is right now, on me so much. My ass is so divine, walk such a straight line that the only thing they could come up with is that I stole a bike. And then he gonna tell me about not wanting to waste the taxpayers' money. When here we is now, 9 days I done been in court and I ain't done shit but wasting my time. This is abuse of power. And then now we got a court day that's supposed to come 3 months from now, all right? January, February, March. March the freaking 1st, all right? See, they just doing this stuff to irritate me and take advantage of their power. That's all they're doing. And all it takes is for me not to show up in one of these court cases that they keep. Now, I told you they forced me to sign documents, right? So now it's getting to the point where they keep giving me these new show up. And the minute I don't show up in court, forget whether or not he stole the bike. Now we got a more stronger case, failure to appear in court. So this is the corruption that they utilize to keep us black men locked up in that prison. That's why I tell you guys the sun is here to burn their asses up. And I'm just telling you that because it's the truth. And the reason I told you, I'm going to give you these lectures before shit hit the fan. But shit is definitely going to hit the fan. Believe that. Okay, single parents, families featuring single moms are the byproducts of a government whose foundation is based upon gender inequality and racial discrimination. Sounds like the shit I've been telling you right now, doesn't it? The original Constitution of the United States was unequivocally written by free white men for free white men. They put Mason in there too, but I'm not going to put Mason in there because I don't care about all that. I just want to say devils. Esoterically, this great document has not been changed. The so-called Negro, black, and colored women were freed by the United States congressional ratification of the 13th Amendment in 1865. but the supply for the single moms created during slavery was still in much demand. White women were freed 55 years later by the 19th Amendment. The status of single mom is among the first order of business for the pure and clean nation. Did you guys notice that they said the status of the, did you listen to this? White women were freed 55 years later by the 19th Amendment. So I mean, white women weren't free either. Boy, this white man ain't no joke. The status of single mom is among the first order of business for the pure and clean nation of the melanated Americans. For now, in order to see them, we must look underneath the black robes of the U.S. Justice to find her among the skid marks stained jurisprudence of the 14th and 15th Amendment. These amendments, 14th and 15th, are ex post facto to the 13th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. They are in lawful violation to the principle and standards of nationality and citizenship is required by all other nations of the earth. See 13th, 14th, and the 15th Amendment. This chapter will further show these amendments are under control extension to the institution of slavery abolished 3 years earlier. In fact, the enactment of these congressional laws began the period of mental slavery, which you have now revealed by Noble Drew Ali in 1915. So what it's really saying is that the circumstances of us as a melanated people in America is set up to be so dingy and so gloomy the way it is by the controllers of this corrupt, bigoted government that has merely turned every citizen of the country into chattel property. But the white people are just pretty much catching up with us now. We've been that since day one, and they have all type of very low moral systems of wealth extraction from us as to where they just really low rate themselves, lower than any snake sliming around in shit, and do kind of atrocious things: false imprisonment, murder, poisoning, land theft, destruction of water, pollution, everything. They do not care. If they can make a profit off of it, they do not care. They would do it. So these people are really the people that the sun has sent the laser here for, and quasar here, and they're giving them cancer right now. See, you guys need to understand something. They're making those clouds every day, especially here in Vancouver now. It shows you how stupid they are. They really believe that those clouds can stop the sunlight from getting to the earth. You see, the sun is very smart. If it wanted to burn through those clouds and shine light on us every day, it could. The problem is it would damage a lot of people that it doesn't want to damage. So we better be happy that the sun doesn't have ego. But all the people that's sitting around behind all this cloud formation making, and they don't care about the toxins that they're dropping back to the earth, and we're all inhaling it, and it's killing us all slowly but surely. These are the same people who set up this system to create all these single moms that are really suffering. They're happy because they have a nice pair of shoes on, and they're happy because they might have food to eat and they might have an apartment. But you know what they're missing? The most important thing of all is they don't have the loving man around them that's going to give them the security that they need and the genuine support of love and all the necessary energies that could be displayed between a man and a woman, between the intimate of heart energies. A woman is not going to have that lost in the world where she is indecisive between whatever man is available and all that. That is not what life is meant to be. Life was meant to be where young people can meet each other at a young age, and without chaotic interruption, they can have chemical magic between them that can make them stay together forever. But we have televisions, shows, Desperate Housewives, and stupid shit about who got the most money, and mothers telling their daughters, don't go with no man unless you got money. And then we have religious propaganda to tell everybody that God is only a white man. And so all the black men got to be victimized by these little weak-ass men that's running around this earth wanting to be greater than they are, but they have to look in the mirror and deal with their shortcomings themselves, so they go out and attack everybody else with their guns and their corrupt prison systems and all this old bullshit that's on the earth that constantly get perpetuated into the mindsets of all the younger children that's growing up into the world now. The only thing they got to look forward to, fat ass Santa and some bullshit Jesus. And the same old garbage plane's gonna be making the clouds thicker then. It's probably gonna be right down to head level, where the shit gonna be all in your hair every time you look around. And you might as well be smoking the clouds, because they probably gonna be that low to the earth by the end. It seems to me like they get lower and lower every day. So I mean, somewhere you gotta wake up. Okay? It's also 135-year-old dead badges of the law will be downloaded through its states and local courts into the personal, everyday lives of the melanated people born in America. This level of jurisprudence, when applied in the lower courts, assume control of inalienable domain of the father, mother, child, creates a little-known phenomenon. U.S. justice forces innocence to accuse herself, and all rights are stolen. That's what I'm saying. They made me sign something. That's exactly what they did. It forces innocent people to accuse themselves. They really do. The Moorish, especially the mothers, are totally unaware they have lost all possessions prior to entering the courts. The Holy Prophet clearly says, peace of society dependeth on justice, the happiness of individuals on the safe enjoyment of all their possessions. Well, they just came and took my bike. So, I don't care what nobody says. I'm the one that got something stolen from them. I don't care what they say. And the thing is, they mess with the wrong person. And I know that, so I'm not even mad. I'm just trying to do what I was sent here to do by observe and report. Courts are designed to interfere with and rule over your life. Okay, that's just what it said. In reality, these courts are often more chattel stalls, herded through for the government, like cattle. Each person comes to court and whole, but immediately loses the right to govern self. Yeah, they give you that stupid ass court-appointed attorney, and I don't mean that as any individual or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about the whole way they handle that, as to where you can't even come in there and speak for yourself. Now, you the person accused, you the person gonna go to jail if you found guilty, and all this shit that's on the line is your ass. But then you gotta sit here and watch somebody that's not as enthused about getting in the judge's ass as you are. When it's you on the line, you the one gonna get locked up. But then you gotta stand there and watch this person that's gonna go home and sleep whether your ass get out of jail or not. And most of the time they don't be as aggressive as you would be. And some of the times don't even see important stuff to point out like you do. But then the judge sit there and tell you, you're not supposed to talk to me. You know, ain't that a bitch? Can't believe it. Courts are designed to interfere with and rule over your life. In legal terms, this is called jurisdiction and personam. Means the power of the court to have jurisdiction over the person by implied admission, swearing in, or oath declaration. And it's like, once you do that, you involved, and it's like, I don't want to do that, and then it's a law against it where you have to do it, or I'm gonna lock you up. So it's nothing but extortion. These are all criminal acts. These are nothing but gangsters. Or by certification, birth certificate, ID, driver license, etc. That's why they want to make you sign shit and put your signature on paper, because that's a partial admittance to guilt where you signed it. Well, you made me sign it. You told me to sign it or you was going to lock me up in jail. Why is it so important that I sign it? Well, because with your signature on here, if you don't come back, I could put a warrant out for your arrest. Well, you can do that anyway. Yeah, but if I put a warrant out for your arrest without your signature, I put a warrant out for your arrest without your signature. But if I have your signature when I put the warrant out for your arrest, it'll kind of help my conscience a little bit. That a bitch. Okay, Black's Law Dictionary defines it as power which a court has over the defendant person, in which is required before a court can enter a personal or in a persona judgment. That means that a corrupt cop could come to your house, steal your bike, say you stole it from somebody else. Get another member across town to say, yeah, that was my bike. And then that's it. Your bike is gone. Just offer their word. Just offer their word. Nothing done, no proper procedure, no search and, seizure paperwork, nothing. Nothing. And then the judge himself is supposed to be responsible enough to ask this prosecutor, show me all the paperwork, and then I tell the defense attorney all this stuff. Well, okay, we'll go to court in another 90 days. Now, how come it's been damn near, it's going to be 8 months over this shit? Almost a year. And then he want to not waste the taxpayer money, according to him. But they trying their best to lock my ass up in jail. That's all it boiled down to. That's why they asses is going to fry. That's exactly why. And I'm not trying to be as hard as, I'm just telling you the truth. This type of stuff they've been doing has not gone unnoticed. And that's the reason why I was sent here. And that's the reason why I brought that freaking laser light that you see on the sun, because it's going to kill a bunch of these corrupt politicians on this earth, judges, lawyers, doctors, congressmen, everybody that's living high off the fucking hog is getting ready to pay for all of that mischief they have been exposing on the earth. What all this translates into is a person, upon rendering proper identification status by swearing in, surrendered all her or his rights to the court. This gives the court consented power to make all legal judgment concerning you. Once consent is given, especially through a lawyer, paid or appointed, the word defendant plaintiff transliterates into property of the court, unless one or the other is an agent of the court. The government. All Negro, blacks, and colored African Americans are standardized commercial property, which is classified only in the 14th Amendment under the word person, and in all U.S. courts of law where they are born in the state of the state wherein they reside. As for the issue of the single mom, it will be good for the reader to bear in mind the science of law. Jurisprudence is the asserting the principal purpose on which legal rules are based. The bottom line purpose and need for the making and perpetuation of the single mom has not changed since the pale-skinned nation of Europe have ruled the North America. That is to be used as a subjugator and allied control person of the black man, child, family, and people. So what is the principal purpose of the single mom? Why is she needed? How and why is the single mom produced by the law and sustained by society? The single mom unveiled. It says the well-publicized and socially accepted status dubbed the single mom has devastating, self-enslaving side effects. This is particularly true for the so-called black people of the United States. The single mom popularity and pseudo-independence is designed to allow vanity to shield the millions of broken hearts, broken families, and broken people created in the aftermath of each claimant. It is effectively propagated in the media courts and marks of trade. Single mom has become a status symbol sought after and attained by millions of today's sisters of childbearing ages and standing mother. All the women independent. That's stupid shit. See, that's stupid. You don't hear no white women singing that dumbass song. And with the problems that we've been through as a people with slavery and all that, the last thing you're supposed to see coming from any of our moms is that we should be trying to be independent of one another. If a melanated man and a melanated woman don't grab each other and start knocking boots with each other, how is you going to replace all the lost babies they got murdered in Planned Parenthood? And if the man and the woman was together the way they needed to be, no white man would be able to sneak and whisper in that black woman's ear that she should be murdering her baby. And no black man in his right mind would want his child to be murdered. That is something that the black woman is doing, because she shouldn't get pregnant if she can't take care of a baby or don't want one. She shouldn't be getting pregnant. So she's doing that solely on her own, because if she's having a man, it's because she wanted to do that. And if you wanted to do that, you should have took the precaution necessary to make sure you don't end up pregnant. The availability to the alternative doorway of a single mom lies open in the minds of teenage relationships, brides to being mothers, but it is an option which reverse social thrust and consequential sufferings untold in words. The single mom is in reality a symptom that reveals an outgrowth of a sick and dying society. That's that decay again. And see, it speaks for itself because I'm going to explain something to you. I see a whole lot of fine ass black, beautiful, melanated women. I mean, they are beautiful too, y'all. I'm not going to lie. I mean, fine in this town, Vancouver, watch. I've seen a lot of them. But as soon as I look at them and I start, my brain, I can see things about people. I see their aura. And you know what I see? I see nothing but materialism. No knowledge of self. No knowledge of what's going on. Only, can I get another pair of shoes? You know, I need that good smelling cologne. I need another wig. I need to go get my nails done. And all that stuff right there, you're going to end up getting one of those young girls pregnant. And that's the only type of values they're going to be able to push at your daughter and your son or whatever. You're just going to be stuck because she can't be a good mom because she doesn't know how to be a good woman. Society has given her a limitation on what is important, and that is cell phones, hair, nails, and whatever guy got the bomb-ass car or whatever, and then a bunch of drama that you could get into, all that soap opera dynasty bullshit, you know, and all that stuff is what the women, and then Jesus, of course, when they have time to get away from all that crazy shit, going to Lulu's or Phoenicia's or whatever the clubs is these days and shaking their ass all night, you know, and drop the baby off of some other tweaker girl house that shouldn't even be leaving your baby there so you could go to no club. Your ass got a baby now. You should be home clubbing with the baby, you know. But all this is going on in our society and it's creating decadence where that young man that she's dropping off at the friend while she go to the club and all this crazy stuff. She's trying to raise him. She don't want a man, but there's been 5 men in and out of her house in the last 11 months. You know, all that type of stuff. You know, that's ridiculous. And to some, being a single mom is a socially correct. And with the nobility, hold on, let me back it up again. A single mom is made to appear as an independent female through a court-supported system of false freedoms. To the average nigger, black, and colored mother with fatherless children, this independence often substitutes for absent man. It may be socially encouraged with variations of the family. Girlfriend, take your child and leave him. Your baby daddy. To some, being a single mom is socially correct. And with the novelty of support, it may take on an air of being new or stylishly up to date. However, in reality, the modern society of single mom is a part of upgraded oppression extending from the institution of slavery. I totally agree. And in any depth, see, let me give it to you in layman's terms. When that black woman, that melanated woman, push the man out the picture, or he get locked up in prison, or whatever going on where he ain't around with his baby, what happens is those children get open to influence from society. All right? Now, along with that, that mother has to cater to the other man that's around her that she want to use to replace the original father of the child. So now you got a woman, whether she's black or white, you have a whole nation of people that are side up with her to move the black man out of the picture for the purpose of being able to all have they share at the children. Now, if you got a mixture where this black man got children by a white woman, the children gonna grow up and resent the blackness because they see the treatment that their father received, and they don't want to receive the same treatment, especially if one of the children is male. So he'll go and hang on with the white people and become everything that they instruct him to be, just so he doesn't have to get the same treatment that he see his father and other black men receiving. The daughters will find the father being unfit because of the problems of economics being a burden and the problems of a lot of time father have to keep moving around to stay ahead of all of the traps and all of the snares that get set for him to get him all caught up in wicked judicial system like the one I'm caught up in right now. This city, this is the third time that Vancouver, Washington has brought up stupid bullshit charges like this on me. So the point being that most of the children in the world with these single moms grow up with torn apart lives where they never find completion, especially if they have a mother that wants to jump from one relationship to another relationship. Any woman who keeps herself as a single mom but entertains countless different men coming in and out will destroy all of the self-esteem of any young daughters or any young man that can see that type of activity going on with their mom. These are the single causes of societal decadence. It's because of young children having to be witnesses to the incompletion of families that are really just unbalanced. There has never been no society on earth as unbalanced as America as far as single moms. And it is a deliberate plot of this corrupt government to perpetuate single moms for the bounty of the children. Just like during slavery days, the mother had to give up her child. This is another way of taking the child back from the mother by making it fatherless. And that is exactly what's been going on forever. So to all you knuckleheads out there, you crazy children who think you can find something smart and thinking you could be better than your father, or thinking you could team up with a society that you see attacking black men by helping them do it, or trying to say, well, he shouldn't be saying stuff like that. It's safer to be on your team than to be on my father's team because you guys got all the opportunity and all that. You're a damn fool. You are a fool. You have no spirituality. You are as screwed up as the single mom that raised your ass. And that's why she was single all her life. Okay, in a depth look into the origin, need, and purpose of the single mom will unveil a legacy which may shock many people with this reality. The face of the single mom may have changed and made suitable to the times, but the purpose had not changed in 400 years. Although there are many superficial advantages in being a single mom, none of them are creditable to a building nation or creditable to building a nation. Yet who traces the strings of the single mom to their puppeter? Who questions the source of authority and power exercised at the will of the single mom? Who's to blame? Who's to profit? And how do all the remnants of dignity to being a single mom summarize in long-term capital gains by this pale-skinned investors? What is the total summation to the following social equation from all people? Okay? A society of single moms, 100% subjugated and powerless father, men, sons, brothers, and uncles. They divide 74% of children from planned broken homes and multiplied the court-controlled oppression and daily terrorism for all who are legally born or naturalized here. So you can see the advantages all through history that the corrupt government, judicial system has been able to just make astronomical profit off of rearing ignorant children. No woman in her right mind should ever want to raise children alone. For some women out there to believe that this is just a foolish invent of the European male to make you believe it's another Harriet Tubman story. Harriet Tubman ain't freed all those people without men helping her. Don't believe that bullshit. There was plenty of men who were the reason Harriet Tubman was able to free all those people. They never got credit for it. Just like the man that get the single mom pregnant never get credit for anything but being a deadbeat dad. Well, let the story be told. he probably got falsely arrested for stealing a bike, or was denied privileges to have jobs, or was told that he couldn't even dig out of the garbage can. All of the bullshit that this country has done to disposition, disfranchise, and ostracize black men is the reason for the need of single mom. Because single moms doesn't have a man around to raise responsible sons that can help take care of their wives. And that's all it is. When you have a son that don't work with his father to build a business, to sustain themselves, it's because somewhere that son got raised by a single mom who did not teach him the value of teamwork, because she's not a good team player herself, or she would have found her a man somewhere. The only single mom on this planet today is a single mom with a screwed up mentality that loves Jesus and can't see good in her black man. I guarantee you that, because she only see good in the white man.